It's important to stress the fact that China is now a global player in a multipolar world. China has its influence, and more countries are now under the influence of China, like Sri Lanka, where China has a port, or most African countries, where China has military base. In the world of the European chief, she said, I think it's important that we do not only see China as a trading partner and industrial powerhouse, but also as a technological competitor and military power, and as a global actor that has distinct and divergent views on the global order. The West hoped to stop China, thinking, this is the best way to achieve a unipolar world. But there is nothing European or America can do to stop China at this point. The only thing they can do is to depend on China, to speak with countries under the influence of China. Stay with us to the end to find out the warning from European chief to China ahead of their summit in few days. Hello and welcome back to Innovative Check YouTube channel, where we delve into the innovative and transformative projects changing our world. If you're new to the channel and enjoy learning about innovation stories around the world, you've come to the right place. Please subscribe, like, and comment to help boost our videos on YouTube. European Union Chief Ursula von der Leyen issued a stark warning on Tuesday, just before the annual EU-China summit, regarding the significant trade imbalance between Europe and China. In a firm yet cautious tone, she conveyed that Europe's patience with the widening trade gap is not infinite. Just a quick reminder to hit the like button below. YouTube has been restricting my videos a lot recently because of bots, so your like does help out this video massively in terms of the algorithm in YouTube. Addressing the delicate balance between confrontation and negotiation, the President of the European Commission indicated a preference for dialogue over a trade war. However, she did not shy away from hinting at possible protectionist measures, underscoring the EU's readiness to defend its market interest. We have tools to protect our market, von der Leyen stated in an interview with AFP at the European newsroom, quickly adding, but we prefer to have negotiated solutions. The summit in Beijing, scheduled for Thursday, marks the first face-to-face meeting since 2019 between EU leaders and Chinese President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Qiang. Key topics for discussion include trade issues and the ongoing conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East. Von der Leyen, along with top EU diplomat Joseph Borrell and Charles Michel, President of the European Council, represent the EU's interests in these critical talks. Von der Leyen was clear in her message that Europe's goal is not to sever ties with China, but to recalibrate a relationship that has become disproportionately risky. She described the upcoming discussions as a summit of choices, emphasizing the mutual need for both parties to consider concessions to maintain their relationship. One of the most glaring issues is the growing trade imbalance, which von der Leyen highlighted with concern. The gap has doubled in the past 2 years, reaching nearly 400 billion euros, $430 billion. European leaders will not tolerate overtime and imbalance in the trade relationship, she asserted. The EU's grievances extend beyond trade deficits. European companies face significant barriers in accessing China's burgeoning consumer market, a stark contrast to the open European market that Chinese companies have benefited from. Additionally, the EU is scrutinizing China's practice of providing hidden or indirect subsidies to its companies, creating an uneven playing field. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. This scrutiny has led the EU to investigate China's electric vehicle industry, suspecting that subsidized imports could hinder EU innovation in this vital sector. Von der Leyen referenced the solar panel industry as a lesson learned, where Chinese firms have gained a dominant position in the global rush to decarbonize energy production. A senior European official, who spoke on condition of anonymity, elaborated on these trade concerns and the possibility of Chinese retaliation. The official noted that such retaliation often targets politically sensitive sectors and does not necessarily mirror the initial grievance. The backdrop of the upcoming European Parliamentary elections adds a layer of complexity to EU-China relations. With Europe entering an election cycle, the dynamics of these relations could face increased political scrutiny. The U.S., under both former President Donald Trump and current President Joe Biden, has adopted a more confrontational stance towards China, while von der Leyen acknowledged that Europe shares several of Washington's concerns, including China's stance on Russia's war in Ukraine. She emphasized that the EU would pursue its path. Von der Leyen also highlighted the critical role China plays in global environmental efforts. particularly at the upcoming COP28 summit in Dubai. The EU expects China to contribute significantly to global greenhouse gas reduction efforts. Additionally, von der Leyen plans to discuss the sanctions imposed by Beijing on European parliamentarians, including French MEP Raphael Glucksmann and Germany's Reinhard Bütikofer, president of the European Parliament's delegation for relations with China. These sanctions were in response to their denunciation of China's treatment of the Muslim Uyghur minority. In her concluding remarks, von der Leyen stressed the multifaceted nature of China's global role. I think it's important that we do not only see China as a trading partner and industrial powerhouse, but also as a technological competitor in military power and as a global actor that has distinct and divergent views on the global order, she said, encapsulating the complex and often contentious nature of EU-China relations. This comprehensive view of China reflects the evolving geopolitical landscape, where economic ties are intertwined with broader strategic considerations. The EIU's approach towards China, as outlined by von der Leyen, indicates a nuanced strategy that seeks to balance economic interests with broader geopolitical and human rights concerns. The trade imbalance, a central issue in the EU-China relationship, poses significant challenges. The EU's economic dependence on China has grown in recent years, driven by China's status as a global manufacturing hub and its large consumer market. However, this dependence is not without risks. The EU is increasingly wary of China's state-led economic model, which often disadvantages foreign competitors. Furthermore, the lack of reciprocal market access remains a point of contention. While Chinese companies have largely enjoyed open access to European markets, European businesses often face regulatory hurdles and restricted access in China. If you are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe, share the video and comment. The EU's concerns extend beyond trade and economics. The issue of human rights, particularly China's treatment of its Uyghur minority, has been a source of tension. The sanctions against European parliamentarians, which von der Leyen plans to address, symbolize the broader human rights concerns that the EU holds. These concerns, coupled with China's expanding influence in global affairs and its growing military capabilities, require a careful and strategic approach from the EU. Moreover, von der Leyen's reference to the COP28 summit highlights another critical aspect of the EU-China relationship: environmental cooperation. As two of the world's largest emitters of greenhouse gases, cooperation between the EU and China is essential in the global fight against climate change. The EU expects China to play a significant role in global efforts to reduce emissions, reflecting a shared responsibility for addressing this global challenge. The EU's strategy towards China also reflects broader trends in international relations, where traditional alliances are being re-evaluated and new partnerships are being formed. The United States, traditionally Europe's closest ally, has taken a more confrontational approach towards China. While the EU shares some of the US's concerns, particularly regarding security and human rights, it seeks to chart its course, balancing its own economic interests with broader strategic concerns. The EU-China summit represents a critical juncture in EU-China relations as von der Leyen and other EIU leaders prepare for their discussions with Chinese counterparts. The stakes are high. The summit offers an opportunity to address the trade imbalance, discuss human rights concerns, and seek cooperation on environmental issues. However, it also poses significant challenges as the EU navigates its complex relationship with a rising China. The outcomes of this summit will have far-reaching implications, not only for EU-China relations, but also for the global geopolitical landscape. Thank you for your attention, and I welcome your thoughts and questions on this complex and vital subject. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video, and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing and growing its influence. Your subscriptions and likes motivate us to generate more content, so please keep supporting us. Check out this video showing on your screen right now, and I will see you on the other side.